off. Did you guys hear that? This tree's believed to be about 1,000 years old. Today we are in the northern part of the Hakarimata Ranges. We are on the Ikari loop track. I'm already getting distracted. It's a really cool little area because right now we are going up through regenerating forest. So this area was heavily logged a few hundred years ago, and all of this that you see around me is all regenerating forest. It's really cool because we're going to be going up through a few different little microhabitats, such as this regenerating forest, the old growth further up the track, and then we do also have the ridge line at the summit, which I think would be quite cool. Whew. Another thing we're going to be keeping an eye out for are New Zealand native snails and the ancient velvet worms that live within the moist leaf litter, rotting logs and clay banks. So we're just going to keep an eye out for those as we go. Just something interesting. If you look over the vegetation here, you might see some gorse. I think that might be Kanuka. I'm not 100% sure over there. All of these are actually fantastic nursery plants. In Christchurch, there was a guy who went against the local regional laws and he didn't get rid of the gorse on his property like they were meant to. And when it came time to, basically serve him and tell him, you have to do something about this, he represented and showed a whole bunch of data that showed the gorse in the area was actually acting as a nursery shrub. The fragile saplings of New Zealand native trees, the true giants that we have here, were able to grow beneath the gorse, and eventually when the trees got big enough they actually shaded the gorse out and it returned to native forest, which is something pretty amazing. So, when I see things like this, all the gorse and stuff like that, I'm not actually sad or disappointed. Even though it's hideous, it's doing a job that really, really helps the environment here. You see, look at all of that. I bet you there's saplings underneath there that aren't being destroyed by the harsh sunlight coming through. Now we're a little bit higher up and we're under a bit more of a canopy. We're starting to get the epiphytes come through. And this is where observations get interesting, because we can start to see things like native orchids and such. Let me just show you this tree because it's the first sign of epiphytes along this track. So if you just have a look here, all of these going down the trunk and such, and that sun's annoying, are all epiphytes. So the first signs of them at this point. And as we carry on down the track, we're probably going to end up finding more. And I think that is just pretty cool, guys. I think that's pretty cool. I keep my eyes peeled as I'm going, and as I find interesting things, I'll show you. All right, we have found our first little gully. So I'm going to drop down into it, and we're just going to have a little quick explore and just have a look at what the habitat holds. Right, so we are making our way down here, guys. Sorry for the camera. Oh, okay. Wow. Looks like there's been a bit of water moving through here, a bit of a thing there. But if we're looking around, what are we going to find down here? Here in the gully for maybe 15-20 minutes. I've barely made any progress. I'm still right by the track, to be honest, because I just found a bunch of cool little mushrooms. I'll just show them to you guys. Like, look at these little guys down here growing at the bottom of this fern. Are they not kind of cool? I think they are. Just look at that little dude. And then what else did I see? I found these little dudes down here. I have a plant in my ear right now. And then there was these little guys here. And then just over here, it's just a fern thing. Just over here is some of the coolest coral fungi I've ever seen. So I'm going to show that to you guys next. Like, just look at these guys. Is that not pretty cool? Just growing out of the earth like a deer's antlers, or a stag's antlers I should say. I just think they're so cool. I'm going to go down the gully just a little bit more. I'm going to have a look for some snails, some velvet worms. If I don't find anything within the next 15 minutes, I'm going to get back up on the track and carry on, because once again we're losing daylight, because I can't help but be distracted in the middle of the forest. Right, so we are deep down into the gully now, guys. Sorry, my camera just decided to look somewhere else. But we're deep down in the gully now. I've found a little bank just over here, and I'm going to show you guys. Yeah, just over there. Thank you, camera. I'm over here. I'm going to scour that little bank for any little orchids or corybus or fungi, and then we're going to go downstream a little bit more, because it's actually a really cool little habitat. Check this out. So like right here, we're starting to get where it's not all rocky and full of sediment and stuff, and it's starting to open up just a little bit down there, which I think is pretty cool. So I'm gonna check these banks all over here, and then we might head down there a little bit further before heading back up the track over there and carrying on. What's this? I think it's a fungus of some kind. Look at that. Yeah, it's definitely a fungus of some kind. It's pretty cool. It's a beautiful little waterway, guys. It's really nice. It's quite fascinating. Just up before, unfortunately, didn't see any corybus or anything. And I'm just searching as I'm tracking down a little bit further. So I'd really like to try figure out what species might exist here somewhere. But yeah, you know, so we're kind of carrying on, looking around, doing our thing. It's just really cool to think that, you know, little areas like this, the potential that people haven't been here for a very long time. Whoa, this has just become like a hidden little grove. This is astounding. I've left my backpack back there, and we'll go back for it, but holy crap, like just look at that, and it just carries on through there. So let's make our way down, shall we? See what we might be able to find. And I've got a few things here, a few more Nikau palms, which is kind of good habitat for some of the things that we're looking for. God, it's gorgeous here. But like, just look down there. It's a little pool. It's a little bit cloudy. It has rained in the last week, so there's still sediment coming down. But it's just pretty amazing, really, guys. I have never seen this fungus before. Ugh, it's my arm. Okay, just a bug. Never seen that before. Hard to get a good angle on it. I'm going to take some photos, so I'll pop it in the video. I'll show you guys. Down here, I'm still losing daylight, but I've just found such a cool little mushroom. It's so fluorescent. It's really, really neat. Let me show you guys. Look at that. I didn't quite do it justice on camera, but man, in real life it looks fantastic. Okay. We have spent enough time down here. I have spent so much time on the forest floor. We need to get back to our bag and we need to get back on the track, or we're going to be here by the time it gets dark. Okay. Bag should be just up here, and then we just need to climb back up there. We've made it out of the gully. We do have significantly less light up here now, but that ain't gonna stop me. Unless, see, I just can't help myself. Like just look. What could be living in here? There could be so many different things. Yep, once again, I've gotten distracted. I found little fungi. Look at them. Are they not so cool? Guys, I don't know, but I think I just saw wicker on the path. They were just up ahead and they went off into the bush. I'm gonna approach the area quietly and see if we can find them. There's a little fantail flying around my head as well. So let's go and check it out, shall we? They were just up here and they went off down to the right over here. I don't know if they were, but it would be pretty cool. There they are. Hi. Or is that a pheasant? No, I think that's a type of pheasant maybe. Can you guys see it? There's two of them. Hi guys. Is that not super cool? Well, I just tried to log them in my field map, but I could not take a photo of them, so I'm going to have to do that at home when I can take a still from the video that I just took. Now, I had to go into the bush to see if I could just like find them. Oh my god, camera, I'm over here, camera, hello, thank you. Yeah, I had to go in to try and find them, but they disappeared. So we are just going to make our way out of here and just check under some logs for velvet worms or snails quickly. But is that, guys, did I? No, it is a New Zealand millipede, which is pretty cool. I'll show him to you. Where'd he go? He's hiding in here. So there he is. Look at that. It's a New Zealand millipede. They're the forest little natural things that break down all the wood. Well, I'm kneeling down on the side of a track again, so what do you think's going on? I think I found some pretty cool stuff. No idea what they are, but there's just a couple that I don't think I've really seen before that I think are quite interesting, so I want to share them with you guys, and then I'll do some research when I get home. But here they are. The very first is these little like cup lichens. They're just very odd. I don't think I've really seen them before, so I think they're quite neat. And the second one, I mean, we've got mushrooms and coral fungi and stuff coming through here, and I've seen these guys at the Hakarimata waterworks side. But this, what? Where is it? That. What is that? That is a unique fungus. So I'm going to have to log these in my field guide, and when I get home I'll do some research. Okay, so we're at the part of the walk now where we're starting to get into older growth. This is where I personally think it gets interesting. It gets more humid, more damp, darker, and this is where I believe we'll have more luck finding some of the things that we're looking for, like little orchids or like the snails or the velvet worms. I mean, you saw what I was walking through before. Now check this out. Just look at this. Is that not beautiful? Just as we carry on down the path. So this is where like you get all the rickers, which are the young kauri, and we get damper, so we have a lot more nikau palms in this area as well, which is really, really cool. And then we've got the 1,000-year-old kauri, I believe just coming up actually. So I'll cut back when we get there. Right, we are here and I'm looking at it right now, and it is actually so magnificent. We are losing light, but let me show this to you guys, because it is just something else. Like if you compare it to the other trees that we've been walking past here, you're going to be mind blown. Just look at that. The trunk has a 7-meter circumference. This tree is believed to be about 1,000 years old. Nobody knows why it wasn't logged when this whole area was, but just look at that. Is that not just something magnificent? Like, it's absolutely amazing. You see, we're about to have the sun go just under that ridge, so we're going to be walking back in the dark, I believe, but that might give us a chance to see bats, which would be cool. So what did you guys think of that? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm so keen to hear what you guys have to say about it, because I personally think it's amazing. And we are coming into the kauri grove now, which is where we've got a whole bunch of younger kauri trees all growing, and they are being managed and protected for kauri dieback disease and things like that. So we just have to be respectful in this place. But I mean, just look at the far out. I'm just going to show you. It's just trees, but like, look at the life that exists just on this tree alone. It's got so many epiphytes all over it. It's just amazing. Stop for a second. I'm not used to moving this fast through the forest. I'm used to stopping every 5 minutes and checking things out. But the sun has gone down behind the ranges over there, so I'm walking back in the dark. We're almost at the summit. I've unfortunately had to walk past a whole bunch of stuff in my pursuit to try and get out of here safely, but we're going to have to come back another day and document the upper half of the track. I'm going to pack this away. I'm going to get up to the top. If I see anything that is super significant, I will stop and show you guys, and I'll show you guys on the way down as well, because we go through a really cool kind of like nikau palm gorge kind of thing, so I'll show that to you as well. And I'll show you the summit. So I'm just going to pack this away, get up there so we can get back down safely, and then we're going to have to carry on exploring the upper half of this track another day. Well guys, we made it. It's gorgeous, but I got to show this to you. Hey Mr. Possum. Look at that, right there. Is that not so cool? He's just chilling. That is so cool. I love that. Probably show you guys the view from up here as well. Is that not so nice? I think that's pretty freaking cool, guys. We made it to the top. I've absolutely fucked myself doing it, because usually I go really slow and just look at everything. And now we've got stars coming up in the sky, and I'm still going to make my way down. So wish me luck. Whew. That was kind of cool. A little possum up at the peak there, which is quite nice. The ridge is just down that way over there, but we obviously do not have time today. I'm walking down in the dark now, and I made mistakes moving faster to get up here to try and get out, because my legs are so fucked right now and I have to go down a lot of stairs. But it has been an awesome adventure, guys. I've really enjoyed it. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to show you much on the way down because well, looking into the forest right now, it's already nearly pitch black. It's gonna be interesting. So we're gonna have to come back another day. I can show you these upper parts and then the way down the little Nikau Palm Gorge, where, you know, we might be able to find the snails and the velvet worms, which we unfortunately didn't find today, but that's okay. Every time we come out here, we are just observing, looking for things. We never come out with the goal of, I'm finding this. No, we might want to find them, we might be interested in finding them, but the goal is to just be out here with nature, appreciating the small things. And we have done exactly that today. Well, I just realized that I have a torch on this, so I am going to record a bit of this, because there are animals all around me that I cannot see and I can hear them, and I'm a little bit on edge, if I'm completely honest. I saw a fucking pig before, like not long ago, just off the side of the track. I seen about 5 or 6 possums. One of them advanced on me. So yeah, we are just gonna record and talk to let all of the animals know that we are coming through, so they can get out of the way. Oh my god, this is not how I expected my day to go, but it's still pretty cool. The forest at night is pretty spectacular, if I may say so. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Fuck off! Did you guys hear that? Yeah, it's a little bit unsettling. Well, guys, thank you for coming along on today's adventure, even though we kind of had to skip through like 3/4 of it because I took too much time. But we're going to go back. We're going to do the top part of the track and then the Nikau Gorge coming back down, and we'll document some stuff there, and I'll show you a few of the things, and yeah, that'll be one of our next trips. So we'll catch you then. Hope you've had a good time. Hope you've learned something. Hope that I've piqued your curiosity, and we will catch you later, guys.